Так-с. Угу. Назад. Угу. Отлично. Так, дядь, привет.
Sir de Corsilion.
Decidez, my young student, what can I do for you?
Так, о
The
местах для
mission you
стоянки.
entrusted me with has made great progress.
Very well. Let's see. Good. You have traveled great distances, and the terra incognita will soon be but a distant memory. Keep doing what you're doing, Desade. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
I found some notes which were lost by Professor Serafedin. His expedition was far from easy.
Investigating such gigantic creatures is bound to be perilous.
Indeed. Unfortunately, we also found his corpse. I'm sorry.
Oh, poor man. His devotion to science cost him his life. I will make sure I share the works you have brought me with his family. This research is fascinating. It must have taken a formidable amount of courage to pursue it. But some sheets are missing. Keep an eye out for them, would you? Maybe you can find them. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Так, споры
I've
вокруг
come to find
поляны.
you because I received a complaint from the natives of the village of Vigigador. They want to be able to access a clearing exploited by our woodcutters in order to heal it. To reforest it, I assume. But our men there say that it belongs to them and are refusing to let the natives enter it. The site was supposedly ceded to them several months ago. But tensions are running high and some men have lost their lives. If we don't intervene, we're heading for a real confrontation.
It is very regrettable, and I approve of your desire to appease this conflict. According to what you have told me, if ever there was a contract, it must have been signed under our former governor. You should go to the archives and verify this. Then go and talk to Lady Laurine de Morange. And of course, I'll be delighted to help you once things have been clarified.
Thank you, Professor. Once more, you've been a great
Иди,
help.
значит, туда, потом
Can
иди
your old
сюда.
professor still prove himself useful?
Так, спросить.
Do you have any news from my uncle?
Don't forget how long it took us to reach this shore. I don't think we'll receive any mail from the prince for some weeks, but I am certain that he would be very satisfied with your work here. Just like I am.
Так,
Did you know that the congregation have already tried to colonize this island in the past?
Oh, yes. I learned about it in some old archives, but the prince made me swear to keep it a secret.
And I suppose that you also knew that it's where I was born.
No, that part I guessed once I arrived here. But I knew that you were not the child of Madame de Sade. I knew her husband, you see, and despite what you may have been told, you do not look like him. The portraits you saw had been modified to make it seem like you did. I'm sorry. I imagine that uncovering such a lie must have hurt you terribly. But you can be certain of one thing. Your mother loved you dearly.
But why? Why hide the truth from me for all this time?
I don't know. The prince has his own reasons, and he's the one you should be asking. As for your mother, I believe she eventually started believing her own lie.
так.
What can you tell me about the congregation's status on the island?
Well, thanks to Lady Morange's excellent work, our situation is rather comfortable. Our young city is expanding, new villages and cultivations are starting to emerge, and unlike our neighbors, we have managed to develop rather positive relations with the natives. I hope that our new governor will continue in this direction.
Да, если доживет
What do you know about Lady Morange?
Laurine de Morange is a
Laurine
brilliant
de
woman.
Morange.
The work that she has accomplished here is remarkable.
In that case, why did the prince strip her of her governor status?
For political reasons, obviously. Allowing someone so brilliant to govern a distant city for too long is not without risks. She may eventually have whims of independence. What's more, the prince was looking for a position where your cousin could learn his responsibilities. This governor position seemed ideal.
Google мужик это эмоционально.
Looking forward to seeing you again,
Нет,
Cedric
я
O'Sullivan.
это узнал. Нет. Ты знаешь, это мне напоминает, я тут в ТикТоке наткнулась на, я не помню, во что Куплинов играл, какая-то старая игрушка. Там типа мужик находится вне дома, идет взрыв, и такой мужик, значит, типа, ну там, судя по тексту, должно быть, что ах, там типа мой дом, нет. А озвучка русскоязычная: нет, мой дом, все пропало. Куплинов там так заржал на эту тему. То есть вот из этой серии. О боже мой, какая трагедия, что я должен делать? Нет, я даже слишком эмоционально читаю. Ну, в общем, блин, иногда это очень смешно. Так, подъем, спуск. Ага. Я бы так сказала, что Яндекс девочка это сильно это эмоциональнее. Да, это был какой-то, скорее всего, по виду хоррор, но я говорю, я просто даже я не помню, чтобы я смотрела, потому что это старый еще, как Скупленов там еще худенький был. Вот, но это... Алиса, а ты эмоциональная?
Я очень эмоциональна. А вы любите дождь?
Я люблю дождь, а ты?
Я тоже люблю дождь. Когда он идет, можно посидеть в парке и послушать капли. Кстати, дождю обязана своим изобретением игра дартс.
Слышно было? Так, здесь мы все собирали, поэтому... В результате переговоров между вождем Данкасом и ее сиятельством госпожой де Моранж касательно земель в окрестностях Ковенвара стороны договорились о том, что данные земли переходят в исключительную собственность торгового содружества для проведения лесозаготовительных работ. Проход на указанные земли разрешается только гражданам торгового содружества. Ага. Так. О нет, мой дом. О нет, мой дом, все пропало. Алиса, пошути.
Не ругайтесь на ленивых людей, они ничего не сделали.
Так, мадам.
Good day, my lady. Happy to see you again in such fine health. How can I be of service?
I need you to enlighten me about the property deed of a glade near Vigigador. The natives want to access this place, which according to them is sacred, and which they would like to heal. But some of our men there are using this deed to deny them access to the area. Tensions are running high, and some people have died.
Yes, there was a time when we enacted a lot of contracts. Do you have the document with you?
Yes, here it is.
This cession agreement is only signed with a cross on the native side. Well, writing is foreign to them, as is the notion of land ownership. For them, the earth only belongs to itself.
If they did not possess these lands, how did they cede them?
I doubt they knew what this agreement represented, to be honest.
In that case, why make them sign it?
When we arrived on the island, we had to ensure our access to certain commodities. We also had to make sure that we had legal ownership of the lands we were occupying. The natives dreamed of possessing some baubles that they didn't know how to craft. It was easy to make them sign agreements that they didn't understand by giving them some. I was a stranger to their philosophy then. I only thought about my city, and I regret it.
I'm sure we can fix this mistake.
I hope so, Your Excellency. Come, let's find Sir de Corsilion. Can I help you with any other matter?
My lady, I have to go. Goodbye.
Причем, знаешь, что интересно? Получается,
Sir de
некоторые
Corsilion,
озвучки...
it's always a pleasure.
Сейчас.
Madame, I expect you've come to see me about this regrettable problem concerning a clearing, which my student told me about.
Indeed. And I think I may have a solution that will allow us to solve this conflict peacefully.
I'm listening.
I must admit that I established this at a time when the culture and the mentality of the natives was foreign to me. The clan of this village was rather open to our presence. They welcomed us with benevolence. For this reason, I think we should allow them access to these lands. In doing so, we would appease the tensions, and we would also retain ownership of the wood. We would even benefit from such an agreement if the natives reforest this area. Then we could exploit it for a longer period of time.
I find this decision perfectly viable, and I approve, but several men were killed, and their comrades will seek vengeance if the person or persons responsible do not pay for their crimes.
I am convinced that Dunkus, the chief of this clan, never approved such an action.
I understand, but I will only write a decree allowing people to go to this clearing, provided the murderer is delivered to us.
Thank you, Master. I will inform Dunkus of your decision.
И это самое... Мысль следующая, что очень странно, что с одной стороны есть озвучки типа наших героев, да, там типа дядьки нашего любимого. У Петруса офигенная озвучка, да? Вот. То есть, в принципе, у него интонирование хорошее. А есть... Причем, ну, вроде как не проходные персонажи, и его озвучка такая себе. По принципу, дяде прислали, знаешь, типа на аутсорсинг 3 строчки озвучить, и вот он типа и так сойдет. Так, нам сейчас куда? Да, нам сейчас вот сюда, Ведрат. Это очень странная ситуация, на самом деле. Не Ведрат, как там она? Вот на удивление, хотя, в общем-то, изначально персонаж так себе, но к нему как-то прикипаешь. Кстати, вот, наверное, я бы так сказала, что здесь из персонажей мужики колоритные, на самом деле, что Васка, что Курт. А вот бабы, как бы, ну, такое себе, они неинтересные. То есть сюжетка у Сиоры, ну, такое себе. Вот. Сюжетка у Арфоры, или как там она, тут вообще как бы пока непонятная. И вот, а у мужиков они сильные. Я бы сказала, очень даже сильные. Что история
What
любви
brings you here,
Петруса...
Onomenawi?
At this old man's request, I investigated the conflict that opposes you and my nation regarding the clearing. You will now be able to access it freely to accomplish your rituals or heal the area. And the congregation will keep exploiting the forest. However, there is one condition to this new agreement. You must deliver this man to us, because he is responsible for the deaths of several woodcutters.
These men died because of their own foolishness. No one else is responsible for their deaths. If they hadn't cut all the ochreberry trees, they would have survived.
What does that mean? What are the two of you talking about?
3 woodcutters died eating the meat of an andrig after it was killed by a venomous dosentats.
It's nothing but a terrible coincidence. And if they had eaten the ochreberries...
We know that you're responsible for all this. The hunters told me everything.
How could you do this? You acted more foolishly than an irascible adolescent. By killing these men, you have brought upon us their wrath. And it is only natural that they should ask for justice.
Dunkus, I beg you. I only wanted the Renoixe to understand the value of the trees they were cutting.
Bloodshed only leads to more bloodshed, and you know that. I would never have thought you capable of doing something so foolish.
If you want to stop the woodcutters taking vengeance into their own hands, you must deliver this man to us.
I understand. But I have one condition before we make this agreement. The Lugaid Blau fooled us in the past. It is their turn to prove their good faith.
What do you want from us?
There is a mine in the forest that the congregation has long operated with help from my people. But digging into the mountain has risked it collapsing. We reinforced the earth with wood. We worked with the Lugaid Blau to save the mountain and the men. We agreed to stop digging and sealed the entrance with a boulder. But some Renaigse came back, and I think they started digging again. And some of my people started going missing. Perhaps because they had seen them break their promise. If the mountain collapses and it is your clan's fault, thousands of lives will be lost.
And you want me to intervene?
You have to stop them. Remind them of their promise. This is the price of my trust. If you do, we punish the person responsible for the death of the woodcutters, and all our quarrels will be gone.
I'll go to this mine and see what's going on.
Is there anything else?
I must leave. Goodbye, Dunkus.
Qua awalum seg.
Ты знаешь, что тут вопрос не в том, что это как бы кошмар, да, но получается очень забавно именно вот в этом деле ситуация. А, Хотя озвучка, опять-таки, у той же Сиоры хорошая, то есть нельзя сказать, что ее плохо озвучивают. Так, нам сейчас... Вот. Но именно история, то есть, да, мы там с кем-то побились, у нее погибла мама, а какой кошмар. Все. Ну, по сути. Вот. У Арф вообще как бы, да. Ой, мне интересно, как у них рога появляются. Ну вот как-то появляются, тебе какая разница? Ученая. То есть пока что у Курта, да, у него, значит, трагедия, у него, значит, мальчик, которого он там выращивал, значит, его вот убили и так далее, да. У Васка история личная. А это сам Петруса тоже личная. Ну, то есть как бы более интересная.
Actually, no one should be able to enter. This mine is doomed. It's terribly dangerous.
I wouldn't know. Our employer, Mr. Maillard, is the owner. He's got all the deeds required. Listen, you should go to the authorities. They can confirm all the paperwork.
I definitely will.
Так, и куда нам теперь обратно? Так. Отправляйте. Это мы отправились. А чё, куда нам теперь?
Sorry, this is private property.
Да я
I cannot
понял
allow-
уже. Куда? Что-то я не поняла.
If this mine is as dangerous as Doncass said it was, those who are exploiting it are reckless. Do these people not have any regard for the lives of their miners?
These Renagse must not have taken us seriously. We should take a closer look.
Понаблюдать за шахтой. А, в угол, понял. Нет, ну вон у Сиоры же у нее тоже вон там рога, у нее же начинают расти какие-то отростки типа на башке. То есть это связано вот именно с их этой.
Those crazy fools have reopened this mine.
They use captives from the villages to dig their mines.
They've made them into slaves. We must talk to Sir de Cossillon. I hope our nation is not involved in this business.
Угу. Да не, я поняла. Я просто на тему того, что налево ходят не только жены. У них равноправие. Налево ходят все. Так, переместиться. И опять к Курсиону. Кряу, кряу. Иди сюда. Сюда иди. Не по одному разу. Ну, видимо, знаешь, чем больше, тем длиннее рога у них. Я, кстати, вот эти моменты, я помню, народ ныл, что типа сделано по-дурацки, под конец игры туда-сюда мотаешься. И я говорю, ребята, ну кря, иди сюда. Вот это вот жлобство на тему, ну, смешно.
Sir de Cossillon.
Decidez, my young student, what can I do for you?
Так.
I come to ask you about a mine near Vigigador. It was closed for a long time for security reasons, but someone has started exploiting it again.
I seem to recall that a concession in this area was sold to a Master Maillard. However, I do not recall the details of the contract. It was established by the previous government.
Опять к мама
He's a rich merchant from Serene who arrived on the island only a short while before we did. People say that he is unscrupulous.
Unscrupulous? That's an understatement. This man had some natives captured and he's using them as slaves to work in this mine.
What? Does this old brigand really think that he is above the law? We cannot tolerate such methods, but we must determine the best way to attack him. You should start by finding the deed to his property in the archives. Don't worry. We'll not let this man's behavior go unpunished. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Looking forward to seeing you again, Sir de Cossillon.
Ну так вот, есть же телепорты, чем это нудеть? Да, конечно, это не когда ты из любой точки в любую точку можешь перенестись, но в конце концов это лучше, чем пешком, блин, бегать все это время. Поэтому, ну, не AAA проект. Чего вы придираетесь, как будто, блин, это конкурент Скайрима. Текст изобилует юридическими терминами. Это документ на право собственности на имя господина Майера, в котором идет речь об земельном участке со старым рудником в окрестностях Венвара. На документе стоит подпись госпожи Маран. Чтобы разобраться в юридических тонкостях, потребуется ее помощь. Ну, естественно.
I get lost in all the legal jargon, but they have Lady Morange's seal on them. We should find out to understand exactly what they say.
Сиора молодец. Вот да, как бы в Мору без модов на телепортацию хотя бы по знакам. Как говорится, вперед с песней. Тогда вы не будете нудеть вообще ни на что. А то, понимаешь, привыкли, как что в Геншине в любой момент можно куда угодно. Я, кстати, сейчас не вспомню, как в Обле было. В Обливионе у нас как там с переходами. Леди Моранж, мы опять к вам.
Good day, my lady. Happy to see you again in such fine health. How can I be of service?
I need your advice once more. This time it's about the property deeds of a plot of land and of a mine acquired by a certain Maillard. Here are the deeds. I must admit that I understand very little of what's written, but your seal is on it.
Do not worry, this type of document is always difficult to decipher for the uninitiated. However, they are very clear. Master Maillard is the owner of a plot of land located near Vigigador. He can exploit the forest and plant anything he wants there, but it says here that he does not have the right to exploit the mine. It's even repeated in this other paragraph. Any attempt at mining on this land is forbidden.
And yet, the mine located on this plot of land has been reopened and is being exploited as we speak.
According to these documents, the mine has been closed for security reasons. This man's behavior is reckless. You should go see him. He's presently in New Serene. He usually spends time at the port when he comes. He has some warehouses there.
Так, это мы мимо что пробежали. Да, чуть выше на план. Дядя. А, дядя.
Master Maillard.
Who's asking?
De Sardet. I am the legate of the congregation.
Well, I'm flattered. What brings you here, Your Excellency?
I'm here to talk to you about the mine you have near Vigigador. Are you aware that you have no right to operate it? Nor are you allowed to employ slaves there.
But what are you talking about? Surely this is a misunderstanding. Listen, I'm sure there is a way for us to get along. I'm an honest merchant. I've always paid all taxes, and the small bonuses needed. Please tell your cousin that I would be happy to send him the gift of his choice. Now, Your Excellency, if you will allow me, I have to get back to my activities.
I'm afraid you don't understand, Master. It's not a money problem. That mine is dangerous. And you endanger the congregation on this island by behaving this way with the natives.
Come on, don't be so serious, young woman. I'm sure it's nothing that a small bonus can't fix. Goodbye, madam. Best wishes to your cousin.
А почему мы не можем ему дать в морду? Не, ну серьезно, почему мы ему не можем дать в морду? Мы же экселленси. Мы можем экселентно дать ему в рыло. Так, курсион на 3-м. Костик носится туда-сюда, к окну и обратно. Нет бы, чтобы полежать спокойно с его болечкой-то.
Sir de Corsilion.
Desade, my young student, what can I do for you?
I verified the contract with Lady Mirange. The exploitation of the mine is illegal, as we expected, without even taking into account what he's doing to the natives. I then went to meet Master Maillard.
So, what did he have to say in his defense?
He turned a deaf ear and tried to bribe me.
Oh, some of these merchants are so rich that they forget basic decency. But it's high time we reminded him of who is in charge of the congregation on this island. Here, this is an eviction notice which dispossesses him of all his land for breaching his contract. For his crimes against the natives, he's banished from this island. I will make him aware of this decision, but you should go to the mine immediately. The prisoners must be freed as soon as possible, and the mine closed once more.
I'll take care of it.
Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Looking forward to seeing you again, Sir de Corsilion.
Тут понимаешь, в чем дело? Ну, в средние века она все-таки представитель, по сути, знати. Напрямую с такой наглой мордой предлагать мелкую взятку в виде подарочка это руководству, да, то есть кузену. Тут можно было сразу звать охрану, учитывая, что они уже получили информацию о том, что он нарушает договор, опять-таки подписанный с бывшим руководством до этого острова. Что это все... Сейчас еще окажется, что он сейчас приказал всех поубивать. Да, нет, пока стоят.
Sorry, this is private property. I cannot allow you to enter.
I don't need your authorization. I have here an eviction notice signed by the governor's ministers. The former owner, Mr. Maillard, has lost his rights due to a breach of contract.
Look, ultimately, we are not the ones who decide. We only obey the boss's orders.
Так и иди отсюда,
In
что
that
сказали.
case, where can I find him to notify him of his loss?
You'll find him around here somewhere, Your Excellency.
Excellent.
Угу. Сейчас будет драка.
Are you looking for trouble? You'd better be on your way.
Master Maillard, I'm so glad to find you here. Here is a document from Sir de Corsilion on behalf of my cousin. Considering the fact that you have not respected the terms of your contract of ownership, you are hereby expelled. The methods you used against the islanders has also ensured your banishment from Tirfredi.
Impossible. By what right? Guards, this woman threatens me.
Так, а ты не хочешь применить, не? Алло. Да мать твою. Да что за хрень?
These people were monsters. I wouldn't cry over them. Come now, let's go free my brothers, and we can tell Dunkas everything.
Что-то она все... Она не хотела вот это вот применять. Я пыталась несколько раз. А ну, саблю возьмем. 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 Так. Что нам по заданию? Прогнать детей. Ага.
Go without fear. You are free. And know that we are sorry for what happened to you.
We must believe that not all Lugir blow or alike.
She is an Almanawi. That's why she understands us. Thank you. We will not forget you. May the grass always be soft beneath your feet on Almanawi.
Так, поговорить с Данкасом. Сейчас поговорим. Мы только посмотрим, что тут у нас. Ладно. Так, это у нас типа... Да, здесь вот тупик. Окей. Было очень глупо с нами драться. Очень. Да. Опять-таки, да, ну, с точки зрения средневековой вот этой всей фигни приходит Excellency, да, говорит, чел, ты нарушил закон, типа, иди нахрен, и тебя высылают. И чел нападает на представителя власти. Чел после этого мог, как говорится, жизни лишиться, если бы чё. Даже если бы мы его не ухайдокали.
What brings you here on Almanawi?
I was able to close the mine. The man who operated it was arrested and will be banished.
Arrested.
Yes, those you freed told me. From now on, you are my Karants, my friend. You knew how to renew my trust in your clan. Just as trees grow back after being cut.
Thank you, Dunkus. I am honored. Will you give us the old man now?
If you allow it, I would like to punish him myself. Enough blood has been spilled, and he will only call for more of it. Since he loved the forest to the point of killing for it, he will be sentenced to heal it. Every day he will replant what your men will cut down. Every day until the end of his life. Does this punishment seem acceptable to you?
If I explain to Sir de Cossillon that the man was sentenced to forced labor, I suppose he will approve. Thank you, Dunkus. It is a wise sentence.
Is there anything else?
I must leave. Goodbye, Dunkus.
Qua awalum seg.
Так, тихо. Так, получено достижение все ради союзников. Окей. Торговая. Здесь у нас дружба. Сиора и Альфа у нас пока что только симпатия. Но это нам как бы не... Это интересно. Ну, мостовой, понятно, это мы с Альфой, когда доработаем. Почему язык затопыкается. Так. До уровня у нас еще звездюхать и звездюхать. Понятно. Окей. Что у нас есть? Пещера знаний. Пойти предложить Альфре помощь. Но я думаю, что сейчас надо будет убрать Сиору и, возможно, оставить Петроса в такой ситуации, раз она нам сильно мешает. Так. Составить группу. Убираем Сёру. Берем Альфру. Вставляем Петруса. Так. И с Альфрой поговорить.
Desarde, I'm happy to see you. I can't wait to find this famous cave of knowledge and what it contains. I could probably go alone, but just think about what you could learn, and not only about yourself. Don't you want to understand where your face markings come from?
You were right, Afra. I will accompany you.
Thank you, Desarde. Let's return to Duncas's village. Our new friends will surely be able to tell us more about this cave.
Ну, что, так потихонечку, полигонечку решаем все вопросы. Так, куда нам надо? Так. Расспросить молодых людей о пещере знаний.
We are happy to see you again. You will always be welcomed as friends here.
Thank you. I'm glad to see you too. But we came to ask you something.
Of course. What do you want?
When we participated in the Duncas meditation, he spoke of a cave of knowledge you had to go to.
And you want to see it? You still wish to learn how we become bound? It is a very sacred place. Only those who will become Donegada may enter there.
That's right, Year One. But they saved my life.
If someone finds out that we have helped the Renaigse to enter a sacred place, they will refuse to bind me.
Duncas will never do such a thing. What needs to be done will happen, no matter what.
You're probably right.
Look for the entrance in the Vedhat Ganadu. Entering there will not be easy, but you will have to discover the rest by yourself, like true apprentices.
Thank you, Morian. And fear not. No one will ever learn what you have entrusted us with.
Ходить нам звездюхау. Круто, но путано и непонятно. Ладно. Сейчас будем разбираться. Ту-ту-ту-ту-ту-ту-ту. Дарк, видно, совсем уснул. Так. Ага. Олень. Уи, уи. Так, а там разбойники, что-то интересное.
Hey, what are you doing here?
We could ask you the same question.
Except we found this place first. The treasure is ours. So I suggest you disappear. Fast.
I'm the legate of the merchant congregation, so you'd better watch your tone. I don't usually make a habit of being threatened by a bunch of thieves.
Since you don't like threats, let's get straight to practice. 2 arms, guys.
Ну ладно.
May the enlightened protect you in this battle. May the shadow engulf our enemies.
Так, клеймор. Рапиру брать не будем. Так. Семя для врат знания. Значит, эти гаврики ухайдокали кого-то. Так, меня, кстати, слышно, Тох? У меня тут слегка есть проблемы с звуком периодически.
At last, we made it here.
How do we get in?
Look around. There has to be a way.
Но мы уже знаем way. Так.
This stone and this door remind me of the place where the Tiana Hakadactus went into hiding.
You're right.
Кудахтас.
We'll probably have to use a seed here as well.
But we don't know which.
Here is my offering to the Cave of Knowledge. There. Place the seed on the stone.
Тierna и кудахтус. Так, окей. Идем внутрь. Да. Так. Что у нас здесь? Сейчас, я думаю, мы этот квест закончим и на сегодня закончим. Так. Ага. Здесь у нас всякие тупички, похоже, да? Так, нам вниз. То есть нам по той стороне. Но мы сначала здесь осмотримся. А, здесь есть спуск. Да, похоже, здесь есть спуск. Так. Как же не хватает ведьмачьего зверения. Господи. Так, окей. У нас здесь 2 точки. Осмотреть. Раз. Да, давай, Тох.
The character at the center is pouring blood on a stone, and one of these giant creatures that the natives call Nardigs is present.
The location looks like the stone circle where we met the 2 young natives. The character has changed. He now resembles an Onol Manawi.
You're right. They even depict his bond to the forest. Someone's coming. Let's hide. If anyone finds us here, we're sure to lose the trust of the islanders.
Уи, прячемся.
Esco halen, esco valg med agengo selerge mantadabem, avenundanum.
Mach, es boglin daigan ni dau. Ayigi dames etier comelei.
Kairto, Morian, ages radai de radidauem tairger began.
Cauden nes greta comelei. Nas oltargodu, vregdetet mad advad. Abud antadab me en ekekam. No adaholeg.
Ничего не понятно. Но очень интересно. Да. Прикольно. Дверь открыли.
The paintings in the cave were magnificent and have taught us so much. It is obvious that they depict the bonding ritual and its consequences. It is by pouring their blood on the raised stones that the natives become metamorphs.
I'm not really sure if I follow you.
And yet it's clear to see. The islanders think that their ritual has magic consequences, but there must be some sort of contamination in their blood as they pour it. The only way to verify this theory is to attend a full ritual. We must attend Yewan's.
How will we know when it takes place?
Duncan said it would take place after the young people visited the cave, and they will most likely need some
Mhm.
preparation. We should go to the Holy Circle of Kurganau tomorrow. What do you say? Will you come with me?
Это
I hope the
следующая
Dunkers
часть.
will not be too angry after seeing us there.
Let's take some time to rest, and then we'll go back to the place where we met them.
Ну да, то есть это уже следующая часть. У нас сейчас получается альфа пока симпатия, но нам прилично прибавили за это. То есть у нас было где-то в районе 5, сейчас 7. То есть за эти квесты хорошо прибавляют. Так, это задание. Это всякие эти документы. Данкас. Вождь и Донайгат клана Бераек Нодас, носители жизненной силы из деревни Вигигда. Он рассудителен и осторожен. Его знают как великого целителя земли, защитника острова. Он стремится достичь гармонии во всем. Так, у нас всякие сабельки, клейморчики. Ну, клейморы это не нам. Сабелька. У нас как бы можно поменять на эту синюю на... мы не можем на ловкости, нет. Ну, тогда и не надо. Так, что у нас еще? Уведомление о лишении права. Все, это мы все прочитали. Так, сейчас соберем вот эти ягодки. Сейчас куда-нибудь красиво встанем вон, на фоне этой дырки. Вот. Значит, в следующий раз будем довершать квест с Альфрой. Так, ну что, YouTube, снова прощаемся. Неплохо побегали, посидели. Так что буду рада видеть вас и в комментариях, и на стримах. Ссылочка будет в описании. Вот. Так что до следующей встречи. Всем пока!